Like
I
your
literally
second time
lied by accident. I don't know. I just wanted to. It's a V2. I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that.
You haven't turned
I want
off.
to be a bit cooler.
Yeah, it's okay.
Anyway, you've changed though. Weird. Cringe.
Everyone thinks that about you now.
Why did you not come? I didn't ask you that.
Don't smile at that. Don't smile.
I love this because it could mean so many things.
It's a Pikachu Nintendo 64.
That's where that came from.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's how you got
I just
that.
got it from him.
That rules.
That's wild.
But I do think I would have a problem because I went to the mall the other day on a date with Cutie. Got a massage, which was terrible, by the way.
Why?
Because they do facials. Do you know what facial implies?
I feel like it's illegal to do.
Yeah,
I wouldn't let you do that. No
they did that to you?
This bald guy came in. He's like 6'2". He kind of looks like
this is the worst kind
of guy
of facial.
They extract all of your blackheads with this metal device that they just scrape on your skin.
That sounds great.
No, it was so painful.
That sounds awful.
My face was beat right after. I was literally writhing in pain.
Wait.
And she's like, yeah.
When did this happen?
This happened like a few days
Let
ago.
me see your blackheads.
Show him your blackheads.
Were they on your nose?
She went dummy hard on my nose. She did
still-
not let up. I felt like
new
shit.
blackheads.
While she's doing this, by the way, she goes,
It didn't work.
Well, no, they come
didn't
back.
work, dude.
All right, my nose
work.
is like caverns, bro. They
You
hide
just
in
like
there.
rub soil on your face every fucking
That's
night?
fucked up that they come back. Then it's
Yeah.
like then you have to do that shit all the time.
That's how I
This
feel
is my
when-
face after it happened.
Hold it up to the mobile cam.
No way that works.
No, yeah, that works. 100%.
That works?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
You look like you got tossed out of a
Wait,
bar.
I actually also took this picture of the cringiest person on the internet the other day.
I can't see it.
It's a picture of Aiden.
Nice.
The other
Nice.
day,
Very well done.
Today, like an hour ago, I took a picture of Aiden. I want to take a look at this cringy guy I saw earlier. He goes, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Man.
What a bit.
It's a good one.
That's
Yeah.
a day one. Oh no.
And then I hit him with the same one 20 minutes after that, but slightly different wording.
Yeah.
Aimen is very easy to, like, when he's doing something and you get his attention, he forgets all conversations you ever had before. So you could probably do it like 3 times in a row.
Aiden's gonna come home with a gun one day. We gotta
He's
relax.
the guy that we have to befriend. Otherwise, he says, "Don't come to the yard tomorrow." And then we're like, "Oh, damn, bro!
Yeah,
I knew you were young."
Load that bitch up.
This is
That's what you get. That's what you get.
That's what I get for laying down.
You don't finish your homework, you get this guy out.
Keep your tongue in your mouth. You spit in my mouth. You just spit in my mouth.
In your mouth.
It is.
The Greek shit in like the zeitgeist that I caught was like, because my name's Stavros. Obviously, it was like we were talking about Full House before the podcast. Uncle Jesse had a cousin named Cousin Stavros. That was just John Stamos with a fake nose and a big ass mustache.
Yeah.
That was big for me as a little ass kid.
That's representation.
That's all you get.
I was 5 and I had that guy, and then I can't
You also had Danny DeVito's character in Hercules.
No, that's just my vibe. His name wasn't Stavros. That's just,
When I was in high school,
yeah.
when I was in high school at this girl's house, and her dad was always really cool and like hang out with all of us. And I was like, "Hey, where's your dad?" She's like, "Oh, he's upstairs with a friend." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Hell
and I
yeah.
could hear music kind of coming through the
Fuck,
floor.
yes, I love.
I hear
this.
music like coming through the floor, and I'm like, "Oh, it was like playing music or whatever." And then her dad and his friend come down, and it's John Stamos.
Whoa,
That's his friend.
dude. I thought
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, there
Shout
he
out.
is.
The man.
Cousin Stavros.
And I was like, wait, that's fucking John Stamos. She's like, oh yeah, like my dad like works at like the Disney band and like that's
yeah,
like,
and he,
that
and he,
perfect
and he
John
hooks
Stamos
up with John Stamos.
yeah, when you
My
said
dad's
music
fucking
filter,
John
I thought he was
I
fucking
thought
John
for
Stamos.
sure your friend's dad was getting pussy upstairs while you guys were playing GameCube.
There's only one thing they're into as much as Domino's Pizza. Now, order Domino's and get your Domino's $25 million Nintendo Instant Win Game card.
How long till we are no longer funny?
Us? I think if you stay in tune with what's going
Senior year of high school?
This dude's
What is that?
fucking-
What
he
is
j-
that? What are you eating?
I ate
You're
a
eating
lobster
something?
roll and I toasted it, and I left part of the toast in the plate, and he just he ate it.
You hungry, man?
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Oh, munch, dude.
Hungry as
Give this guy
me.
some snackies.
How do you
We're
feel?
a quarter
I
ice
feel
queen.
great.
You feel great?
I'm a queen.
You
dude.
seem great and feel great.
I don't think I could ever be deterred, even if I was just given a
Pop your dick in my
suppository
mouth?
of
Put your
acid
dick in my mouth.
to not
Pop your
Swallow,
like a
Aiden.
thing?
Aiden, swallow. Get it down. Come on.
I could never be any different on camera, I think.
Wait, what? You're saying there's no amount of weed you could take to be different on camera?
I think if you did crack, you would be different.
Yeah.
I think you might be different.
I'm different. I'm saying like, but still in that like creator zone.
I would love to see Aimen and Ludwig do a little clink with 2 little crack pipes, and then just fucking all
right,
and then just be shivering the whole episode.
It becomes the biggest Patreon in the world.
Do we
10K.
if we pass CGP Grey,
Would you do crack?
If we get the biggest,
Would you allegedly do crack?
I will allegedly do
we
crack.
still have the oil burner.
You know what? I would do the crack with you guys.
If we were the biggest,
Yeah.
you'd break.
I would
edge.
break 10 years of sobriety just because I know I wouldn't want to do it again.
and then we get arrested.
Dude, why does it have to be crack? Could we pick like a better drug?
We could just do cocaine, right? Isn't that the same
No,
drug?
that's like- no.
Crack is cocaine, right?
I always
Yes.
thought it would be
So-
badass.
It's the base form. It's
to
way more
allegedly
intense.
I see.
do ketamine.
It wasn't just a homeless person. It was a guy sleeping on the concrete comfortably.
Yeah, so
he
out,
looked
no
so
home.
he looked like he was a fucking baby in a toilet paper commercial. Like,
Do you know what you need to be?
You're saying comfortable?
yeah.
Instead of becoming a gambling degenerate who loses your money and lives on the streets, you need to be just like a monk and just leave your worldly possessions and do it in a spiritual manner.
You're halfway there.
So you can get some enlightenment.
But how is that like
Hair
fun
joke.
at all?
It's not, but it's the fact that you can live without any worldly possessions and you're already bald. Holy shit!
You've no fucking hair, man.
It's bald in the morning.
What time is it? What time is it, Nick? Please, what time is it?
10A bald M.
I can't believe
You're listening to Baldy in the News.
You would like that better than Macau, I think. Because
I can't believe you set that up.
Macau is just bigger.
It's like the funniest piece of content Hotbit has ever been in is that video piece where he's like playing Street Fighter with these people, and he literally just low kicks this woman over and over and
This
over.
normie ass newswoman. And he's just low kicking and winning.
And he's also talking about how cool it is that there's a bear in the background of the stage. It's like, oh, there's a bear. Just low kick.
And this
She's
bitch
like,
is
why do you
losing
keep
her
doing
mind.
that? He's like, what? It's like good.
I was on vacation in Portland like a couple years ago. It was New Year's, and me and my girlfriend are playing Street Fighter on a cabinet, and there's this couple behind us, and they're like whispering to each other, and they're like pointing at the screen. I'm like kind of looking at my shoulder, and he's talking about like what I learned is that he's talking about that he's sick at Street Fighter, and then she's like, hey, can you play him? Like, can he play you? And I'm not good at Street Fighter, but like I play a lot of fighting games, so I'm just like, yeah, dude, like hop on. And in my head, I'm like, this guy's gonna fucking suck at Street Fighter, and it's gonna be funny, and I own him. And then the girl's like, you gotta play again. And he's like, huh.
This is his girlfriend doing this?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And then she gives him more quarters. She's like feeding him quarters, and so he plays
That's
me
such a sad
again. He
image.
loses again. It's like not close. I'm jumping and coming down with kicks over and over, and he's getting visibly frustrated because he's being emasculated, but she's just feeding.
And
him.
she's supporting him.
Again, hubby.
I played him.
Yeah,
I played him 6 times.
That's how she
and I won
gets off
every
with
game.
She's dripping wet.
Now I have 2 girlfriends.
Yeah. And by the way, what you
She's
described.
thinking about you later that night.
Are you sure you didn't just like have a hallucination of the one way you could emasculate another man?
I woke up with cum in my pants.
You're like, fuck.
Not again.
Yeah. Then you wake up in the arcade with cum in your pants, and they're like, "Sir,
just lost.
we are calling the police. Get out of here." He kept sucking on the joystick and beating off.
I have a question for you. Since you're a boomer like me, how many times did you download porn on like LimeWire?
Oh hell yeah, dude!
But it turned out to be someone getting killed.
Oh wow!
That ever happened to you?
That has never. One time, I mean, a couple times. What happened is they pulled the old switcheroo and it was gay porn.
Okay.
But I never. And I'm like, okay. I'm like,
No one benefits from that.
Yeah. That honestly,
This is Sasha Grey?
I kind of respect it because that's purely like a trickster's move. They'll never experience the joy.
I call that the bisexual dice roll.
Yeah. I remember watching the one, like one of them is seared into my memory because I'm like okay, because they didn't start fucking for a while. It was just like 2 naked guys dancing. I'm like, I guess they're just like waiting for the girls.
well, I'll get ready. I'll start while I wait.
And I'm like confused, and then it's like, I'm like, oh no.
They start fucking, you're like, yeah, she'll probably hop in.
Yeah.
Well,
probably
I'm gonna finish. I got this far.
Yeah, no, I was a big, and my family was fucking poor, and we had dial-up a really long time.
Same, yeah.
So I spent so many nights tying up our phone lines overnight to download like a 30-second clip.
5-6 kbps. You watch the LimeWire thing, you're like, I hope no one like shuts this off or anything like that.
And then you wake up and it's just cranked at Soulja Boy, and you're like, fuck.
That would be like the most devastating part. Is like you do finally get halfway through that video, find out it's the gay porn, and be like, well, I don't have time to like download another now.
I guess I'm gonna have to beat off to this picture of Trish Stratus that I printed off my inkjet computer.
Patreon came over. Like this is like a couple months ago, and I'm on my computer upstairs, and I'm going through old SD cards because I'm trying to figure out like just where I put like some photos from some trip, and I go through one, and I'm like, oh, this is the SD card that I used for my 3DS like 10 years ago, and it's just full of pornography.
You're beating off on the 3DS?
Wow.
You could use the 3DS internet browser to fucking save
You take
your
breaks to
SD
go to
card.
PictoChat. Is anyone there?
You're like,
Someone please talk to me.
you're fucking tickling clits with a little stylus. You're like,
It's like what's the cranium video game? It's like level 10. Find the clitoris and stimulate it.
You see my little DS stylus?
Why is it so worn out right in the middle?
damn. Yeah, I was beating off like Greek magazines. They would have titties in it. You know, you'd have to do what you had to do.
You
to
did.
figure it
Damn,
out,
I used
you know?
E-Bomb's World the first time.
The fuck are you, like a Sonic cartoon?
Wait. Is that the first? Oh, that's interesting. First bust. What do we got, boys? What's the first thing you jacked off to?
I showed the video last.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we've already. This is well-worn ground. Apparently,
Wait, that was your first?
It was like one
You
of the
said
first.
you didn't beat off to it.
Well, I didn't bust to it because it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, first video. What's your
It's the
first?
OG
It's like one of
Mudbone
the first-
clip where he's just like coming like 4 gallons. That's what he showed us.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Dude, I didn't realize at the time, but it was like a fake penis. It was like loaded with a half-gallon
I
milk.
remember those. Yeah.
And I remember being a kid, and I was like, I don't do that.
Yeah. Dude, I actually remember seeing, because that was like that guy went around for a while. He did that for a while. I remember like coming across it like regularly.
He went on tour.
And I saw the video, and I am beating off. And then he just starts coming, and at a certain point, I'm just laughing. I had to stop beating off
that's
because
what I
my
did.
dick was in my hand. Oh yeah,
That's why
nice.
I stopped, and then I brought it to lunch the next day, and I was like, get a load of this guy. And everyone was like, wow. Like, collectively, we would not meet that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was like Nickelodeon fucking gack. I mean, you were getting slimed by that guy.
That is great stuff. Oozy.
Have you seen the Quaaludes? The
Quaaludes guy?
Yeah, the Quaaludes guy.
Yeah. I've seen that video. Dude,
I've watched that video so
when
many
you say the
times.
keybinds, Twitch chat would be so good.
we should do Kratom.
They would do Quaaludes guy. They would do Margaret Thatcher's dead. Ding dong, the bitch is dead. That'd be one of the keybinds. Twitch chat would be gods at this.
You will love the Quaaludes video, I think.
Yeah? We'll watch it.
You're hit or miss on everything I've ever suggested you to watch.
That's not true.
Except for a fart. I'm pretty unsure.
Dude, one time I tweeted this out. I sent Ludwig this TikTok of like it's like some fucking plains in Russia, like some like Russian like meadow, and it's just caves in, and you just hear screaming in the background, and it's in Russian. I sent it to Ludwig because we were like sending each other TikToks, and he just said, "Bro, send me funny ones."
It wasn't funny. It was so scary. It was such a scary video. I was so curious because it looked so bad in the video, and I sent it to a friend who could speak Russian, and I was like, please tell me what they say. Didn't illuminate the circumstances at all. It was just like, oh yeah, he's saying like, watch out.
Brave shit.
Yeah.
Watch out. There's the orphanages there. Please stop.
The underground Russian orphanages caved in.
This is so bad
Please,
for us.
someone help on TikTok.
Well, yeah, you said some fucked up shit. I have to say, I want you to stop. I'm requesting you.
I don't send
to
you shit
stop.
anymore.
No,
dude, I barely send
I'm
you
not
shit.
done. To stop farting in the DLTGC.
No, I will never stop.
The
doing
Doritos
it.
Locos Tacos Gaming Center.
I request.
Fuck you, pay me.
We
Pay
have
me
an
money.
office.
Please.
Pay me actual money and I'll do it.
How much money?
Wow.
If
We
this
have
is-
entered into
If this is
negotiations.
higher than
The
what
art
it
of the
takes
deal.
to eat the cum donut, I'm gonna be mad.
How much money?
How about, you know what? You start the bidding.
That's crazy.
$500.
More.
$600.
More.
Do better negotiation. Give me a number.
$10,000.
What?
Yeah.
The
I thought we were
same as
talking
the
bread.
donut?
You're smoking.
I thought we were
weed.
talking bread.
You're higher.
No,
than
I
that.
thought.
It's the same as the donut.
I thought, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking bread.
I would eat your cum for as much money as I'd stop farting.
Yeah.
Let me jack off
That's a
in your mouth
one-to-one
on
exchange.
camera.
That's a
Let me
one-to-one.
Jerk off in your mouth right
Let me
now.
mama
How
bird
much?
you.
Let me
mama bird you my
10K,
specimen.
your number for everything.
This is crazy.
Let me pull my bud right now and just give you the sauce, dude.
I just thought we weren't having brother
Are you
talk.
doing good?
You're
Doing all right?
We need a way to strike
You
back.
need to just give us $100 every time you do it.
No.
Have a fart jar.
No, I won't.
You
do
know what
that.
I'm gonna do
I'm
tomorrow?
gonna fire you.
I don't care.
You're gonna come
That would be so
downstairs.
funny.
He's gonna come downstairs, and I'm gonna squirt mustard all over your
Like
keyboard.
Jill Biden.
Oh, his nice keyboard?
Yeah.
I would actually fucking fight you.
He would be mad at that.
Yeah.
That would be so mean. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Because
The
there's
farts are mean.
Making it mustard gives us a 50% chance that you think it's funny, I think.
No, you'd be funny.
He doesn't stop.
Yeah, exactly what I was gonna say. If he never stops.
The moment the bottle ends, he has a
If you're like-
second
if he's like,
mustard.
what the fuck are you doing?
That's
He just
actually-
kept going, and then it started to do the thing where it goes.
And now that
I
I think
wanna
about
do
it,
this so
here's the
bad.
thing. Here's the difference. If I walk in, if I walk in and there's mustard on my shit, I'm pissed. Like the tea. If I walk in on an abandoned tea can, I'm gonna be furious. But if you leave the room in anger, come back with mustard, stare me in the face, and then just do it, I cannot stop myself from going, I respect what you're doing, and I appreciate this. So yeah, you're right. But it depends. It depends on the time, like everything.
I'm gonna take a risk one day.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna have like 4 mustard bottles ready. You're gonna be on my stream. I'm gonna just pour them on your head.
We should
well-
totally mustard this guy. You guys down to mustard this guy
totally
later?
mustarded.
I'm gonna wait till you're sleeping one day. Get the fucking boys.
It's like Full Metal Jacket, but you're just mustarding me.
Can you look up the video of the guy who's
with
sleeping?
way too much mustard on him.
And his friends
Slime
start
loves that
putting
video.
mustard
It's
on.
one of my favorite videos because of how unreal long it is.
It is so long.
And you're like, it's kind of like that video you talked about in the Patreon episode last time of the penises that kept coming, but they're
Dude.
fake, right? It's like that.
Okay,
you're
so-
like, why is there so much mustard in
Real
this?
quick, if you didn't join the 3,000 people who join our Patreon, consider joining.
What the fuck are you doing not being in the Patreon?
We got a lot of tiers in it. I can't talk about it more on YouTube. I can't, but I talked about old prawn video, the first one I ever saw. And we talked about it for like 30 minutes.
No,
but
it wasn't that long.
It was a long. It was the longest
It was
segment.
like 15, 20.
It was not 30.
It was
Like
it was
the milligrams in
it
your
was
body
a
right
good
now,
minute, but,
rampaging through your
I think it was
veins.
super funny.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, the video is much like that, but with a mustard bottle
Here's
and
the
a
mustard
guy.
guy. Let me
can
see
see
that
you pull it
video,
up.
Zipper.
Zzz. Oh, this is great, dude. Bro,
We're watching
it's
a man get
so
mustard on him.
much mustard.
I also love how he just doesn't cover his face.
The sound too. He's like, "Oh, what the fuck going on?" And he's just like, he like is literally waking up from a dream of Miles Teller.
I like
beating the
how
shit out of him.
even
This is
though
what Miles Teller was saying.
It's just still going.
even though in my mind you and XQC are polar opposites, you both die at mustard.
Yeah, because we are fundamentally appreciate high art. It's so
so
much.
much.
It's still going.
It is
and
still
the
going.
video is still so long.
He's gone.
It's a good.
Oh, this is a shortened one. He literally gets up and just
No,
walks
it's
around. No, there's more. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a full minute of mustard, and then he just has yellow Simpsons face.
Dude, oh my God.
Oh, that's awesome.
Classic.
That is a
stuff.
classic internet
Anyway, so you want me to stop farting in our office?
Dude, I
space.
really do.
God,
I really do. I hate it.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do, because you outrank me in many ways.
I do. Outrank, outtank.
I will not fart in the DLTGC. Actually, you know what? $10,000.
Oh my God! Really?
I'm not being respected.
You went from free.
I'm not being respected
because of the handshake.
You did a whole monologue.
You sit on spank.
When I will not do it when you're in there.
Dude, one time Anthony.
I'll take that. I don't care about Aimen. I'll take that. I fight my own battles.
I'm not shaking your hand.
Welcome aboard. Hey.
One time Anthony farted on a drive home from a Smash tournament.
Bro, I know what you're talking about. Because it was epic.
He's like Rain Man, but it's only his farts. He like opens up drawers and smells them.
What I'm gonna say is a little sensational, and I mean this.
It was historic.
It was like there was a dead body inside of him. It was merciless.
Dude,
like
we were driving from San Diego, 80 on the highway, windows down, and it didn't do anything.
It didn't change the fact that we were in the chamber. It was.
Were you driving?
No, it was our friend.
No, I think it was Sergio.
Oh
Sergio.
no! You subjected Sergio to that?
I did. A decorated veteran of the Air
He
Force.
fucked his brain up. That's why
Okay,
he
here's
fucks
the
with
real
everyone
test.
now.
Message Sergio, see if he remembers it.
100%. 100%.
You couldn't forget. You couldn't forget. It was like
How many farts do you remember in a life?
I'll never
A
forget.
dozen?
This was the 9/11 of farts. It was fucking
I am
unforgettable,
unable to forget.
unforgettable, and catastrophic.
In a 20-year war ensued.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't believe it happened.
And now back to the show.
So how old are you? I'm 32.
32. I'm 31. So
you guys are old.
It's
Holy
fucked
shit,
up
yeah.
because like I'm like the oldest in my friend group by almost
40 years.
I beat him by like 8 years.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, are the people you surround yourself with your age, or are they younger or older, or?
It's a fucking, because like that's the thing. It's like, I mean, you're in like, this is like the streaming world, right? There's like babies run this shit, right? Where it's like everyone, but like stand up comedy is weird because it's like you have friends that are like, because that's where it's so funny that like our podcast blew up, and it's like I've kind of have this like weird internet niche fame because I'm not a fucking, I'm just a dumbass. I'm a horny dumbass that started doing stand up at like 18 to get pussy. And then like and it's like I very much have those Greek values, right? And it's
Classic.
like and so the only thing I've ever worked on is stand up, and that's a world where it's like, bro, I had friends that were like 48-year-old like divorced men. I had like when I was like 19, like those were my guys. We're just like hanging out with the I had like old men that lived with their moms. There's also like there's like a little kid that was doing stand up that you would chill with sometimes. It was like all over. But
I was walking from home from the bus. I was like 9 years old, and a dude legit drives up next to me.
Oh, no.
I'm walking home, and I remember he was like a white guy with glasses, and he holds a box of Whoppers. It came in like a carton.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, you want some Whoppers?" And he literally shook the box, and it made a
Wow.
sound. And I was like, I was a little kid, but I, been told by Barney and shit to not go into strangers' cars. I thought it was so obvious that it was a test. And I was like, no, I'm good.
Bro, I'm not gonna fuck you for some malt candy.
yeah, I was gonna say what if they were good candy?
Well, that's what I wanted the Whoppers so bad.
Really? You did. You were a Whoppers guy.
Dude, if
Whoppers
I
are
hadn't,
shit. He's from Colorado. They're all fucked up.
if I hadn't watched Barney and shit and like been told not to do
Oh,
that, I
really?
might have done that, right?
Wow.
But so I walk home and I tell my mom, I was like, yeah, guy asked me to get in his car with candy, but I knew it
Fall
was
for your
just a
trap,
test.
mom.
Yeah.
I literally thought it was like a setup because it was so obvious, and she was like, "What did he look like?" What? Dude, I thought about this the other day. I'm like, that guy would have fucking killed me.
He brought this up the other day because we were driving home together and we're going through our neighborhood, which has like a hill in it. And this kid he's just like a tiny kid, backpack on, and it's so hot outside. So he's just like marching up this hill, and we just drive past him. And Anthony's like, dude, I wanted to ask that kid out for like. Scene.
But you know what will
Melee
never
local?
change?
Okay. Yep.
Dude,
Bravo.
why?
I'm spending the next 3
Why?
minutes over there.
Bravo, even. And while he spends that time over there, speaking of Smash,
Smells so bad.
let's talk about
Oh,
the biggest Smash tournament ever that was sneak announced today.
let's do it.
What do you? Come on,
Do
you
you
got
smell-
it.
do you smell
You're,
it?
Are you? Hey, when the
you're-
camera is
hey,
on,
that's
I
right.
am a consummate
We
professional.
are actors.
You're a one take Jake, I thought.
Oh, I am. And so
So please enlighten them.
So
We
what's
talked
gonna
about this.
happen, guys, is that Ludwig is gonna make a big tournament.
Yeah, you're a one take. I'll tell you that. Two take Tony in the building. So I sneak announced that I want to run the biggest tournament ever in 2022, which is basically just saying, Aiden,
Yeah.
dude,
What do you want me to do, dude?
do the big.
What do you want me to do?
Oh,
Can you
your
make the biggest
job.
tournament ever?
My job.
Yeah.
To run the merch company?
Yeah.
It's still bad.
The audio listener is Nick got up after Anthony farted and went to the other side of the room and then
looked like he
just
was
tried to walk
recreating
back
Cutie walking into
after like
glass.
15 seconds and like hit a fog. He walked into like a physical wall of. Oh, dude, it's leaking
It smells
over
like
here.
your farts, Jake.
Dude, this is so bad. Dude, you've like derailed all this. This is
It just smells kind of like an old attic.
Like an old wet
Like
attic.
when you
That is
fish out
so
your
bad.
Halloween toys or Halloween decorations or
water
Christmas decorations.
damage.
Yeah, it's a bit moldy.
Dude,
That's what it
took
smells
so
like.
much time to like drift over here too.
It was slow.
Like it's heavy.
Yeah. It took a while. It was kind of like elephant toothpaste. It's a slow chemical
This
reaction.
is the biggest joy he gets. Is this? He's never happier than this moment.
My biggest joy was announcing the Switch in the adoration from people in the successful video, and his was farting into a mic.
It's
for
the
people.
hardest I've laughed in so long right now. Oh man. Hey,
Yeah, we're
and
gonna
that's hey, shout out to the yard, huh? All right.
I hate it. I hate your farts. In conclusion,
Yeah, so I won't do it when you're in there.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you and me.
Get fucked.
If Aimen ever surpasses me in company structure,
Yeah.
then
Well,
you know.
and if you ever surpass me, I'm.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's only between me and
If
him.
I get Steve Jobs out my company,
Anyway,
I'd do
to answer
that.
your question, because I think it's interesting. Who takes over? Slime Onders Gaming takes over, and he farms obituary
Slime
subs.
thinks he's the guy, huh?
you guys are capping. It's
Dude,
Pusha T.
Pusha T takes
Pusha
over.
T.
Pusha T. Only man that can fill my shoes.
Why
Pusha T.
Pusha T. Yeah.
push.
Like a streamer that's
Push
not
the
the
T?
guy that I think you're talking
No,
about.
Pusha T's a rapper.
Yeah,
Pusha
Pusha
T,
T's the
right.
rapper.
Why?
Push
Rap.
the T.
I don't think you guys could do it. He's the first guy that came to my mind. I was listening to a song yesterday. It was amazing.
Boys, today we're gonna play a little bit of Fall Guys, and I know what you're thinking.
You sound like you're doing Myth's.
Miss version
You're
of you.
doing Myth's version of me.
Yeah.
If
Which
Myth
is
doesn't
pretty
killer
accurate.
you, I'll take that.
I know.
That's huge. All right, well, that settles it. It won't be me.
Do
but
yours.
My Ludwig?
You're real quick, and we'll test. And the
Okay.
winner will get my throne when I die.
Look.
Whoa.
I'm gonna do
Dial that back a little bit.
I'm doing skydiving video Ludwig.
Okay.
Look. The thing is, it was my birthday the other day, and Cutie Cinderella decided to take me skydiving, and so I go skydiving. Now,
Fucking
I've never
Watto?
been skydiving
You're
before,
Watto.
but I would do it, and I did do it. And I may tell you, it was crazy.
This is
That's like the
coming
fucking
around.
sound of my ears.
jumping on a plane.
It's coming around.
I've learned a lot. I'm doing my Ludwig now, my improved Ludwig.
You're roasting me, but he does this. He has like this like gravity, this gravelness in
You
his
know what
voice.
you're doing? You're doing cat and trash bacon
Ah,
time.
you think that I'm really bad at this? That's what he does. That's what he does. You guys are acting like I'm being gaslit. I can't handle it.
You just did Nick's voice. I thought you were doing Nick's.
That is how you sound to me. Oh, okay. Let me cite an actual source. Well,
You sound
so
like
you and your fucking
you sound
ilk.
like an emphysema commercial.
Okay.
You know, one of my old ones was, so my uncle lived with us for a little while, and I
You beat off to your uncle.
And
And he was fucking.
And I would just-
with.
I would just
Yeah,
beat
yeah.
off to my uncle,
Yeah,
and
this
he
guy
was
had
beautiful.
traps like you wouldn't believe.
I went through his drawer one day, and I found a VHS tape called Candy Pants,
Hell yeah.
and it was a porn tape with like 10 different like scenes, right? So it was like 10 different.
That's a
you know,
feature film.
It was crazy, and so I I took it from that motherfucker. It was in my room.
Fuck him.
Because I was like, he's either going to come heat check me or tell my mom. But he wouldn't do that because
Is he down on his luck? Is he divorced? Why is he moving in with you?
Because he was poor.
Okay.
But I will say, handsome guy, great guy. And also, everyone in that house was concerned about me like being gay and effeminate. So if he thinks that I stole the porn video, he'd probably be like, oh, thank God. Like, right? And so I know he's not going to heat check me.
Everyone, by the way. Everyone in your... Their number one concern is that you're gay.
My mom would sit me down and be like, you can just tell me, right? And I'd be like, dude, I'm not. I just play video games.
I
like,
think
all
pussy's
the time.
so cool.
But she was supportive. She was
you
like
foreign?
No, just like sad white person,
regular white trash.
Yeah, white trash.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, you can just tell me. I'll support you 100%. Like every couple months. I'm like, no.
Were you in a trailer park at the time?
Yeah.
That's the most progressive person in a trailer park
My
of
mom,
all time.
yeah, she loved me.
Damn, he was crashing with his the uncle was crashing with his sister in a trailer park.
Yep.
That's a tough place to be.
But he had candy pants money.
Well, I mean, I bet I took his candy pants and he was like, well, what am I going to beat off to now?
Yeah.
And so...
How was Candy Pants?
Candy Pants, dude, I've searched for it. Because there are like...
For old times.
There are scenes I can still picture in my mind. I've worn that shit ragged. And one time, actually, I turned it on and I was beating off in my room and I closed my door at a VCR in my room. And my mom walks in to see if I was sleeping. And I don't know, maybe she was like high or drunk or some shit, but she opens it. I'm caught. Oh no. Surely she sees this happening. My dick's in my hand. I slept on the floor. I didn't sleep on my mattress. I was a weird kid. Nice. But she could barely see my feet and she could see the TV on from her perspective. She opens it, says, go to sleep, okay? And I'm like... Okay, and she closes the door, and then I finish beating off.
She knew.
That's a good mom.
She knew.
My mom
did the same thing. My mom did the same thing.
No.
Yeah, no. 100%.
What'd she catch you with?
She caught me just jerking off. I would use my PSP and I'd go through Pornhub thumbnails.
What clutter there?
Sony and Nintendo crossing the aisle.
I'm gaming, Mom. Leave me alone. It's getting real heated over here.
I didn't know how to jerk off for like 2 years.
Could you do the rub?
I would grab it and I would just
like you're showering in a friend's house.
And it would hit the bed sheet enough.
Nice.
And then eventually I would come, and I
blessed.
thought that's how you're supposed to do it.
Yep.
Until I was like 13 or 14.
I literally I did that, but in a more fucking.
That's
Guitar Hero.
the exact motion is exactly how I tried it at the beginning.
Yeah. I rubbed my dick on my hands up and side to side, and it worked for a while.
Huge question, actually. You being in the middle.
Yeah.
Are you cut or uncut?
Uncut, baby.
Oh,
That's
hell
the
yeah.
uncut side. Yeah.
Uncut.
Hey,
Uncut Armada.
We are the majority now.
Yeah,
baby.
You guys need to do a skin graft.
Yep.
I wish I had
Oh yeah,
had.
I want to get a
foreskin.
I want to get like a skin
love
graft
that.
from like
All
Willem
of us,
Dafoe,
huh?
and I want to use it for my foreskin.
Oh, dude, that's gonna
Celebrity
set you back.
A24 could auction off.
That is a good-
Willem Dafoe's thigh skin, and I could just get a new dick.
That's actually a nice idea to have to have celebrity foreskin donors. I would like to get famous enough to be able to. And you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. This is perfect. I'm gonna try and get famous enough to get people, especially if you are an ethnic guy who for some reason got his shit chopped off. Like we talk about our friend Hassan. That's one of the biggest tragedies ever to be.
He's cut?
He's cut. He was,
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I didn't know I was
shit.
breaking news.
No,
Yeah.
this is breaking news.
Oh wow. Yeah.
This is shocking to say the
I'm
least.
sure
Why?
that's gonna harm his chances.
Why
here's-
is he cut?
I think he came here. He was here as a kid, went back. Anyway, if you're one of those guys and your ethnic right of a foreskin has been stolen from you, I want to get successful enough where I'm considered famous enough, but also lose weight. And you know how there's nothing to do with all that fat guy loose skin? That's what we start doing, man. Every fat celebrity who loses weight,
Stabby.biz is just a place to buy skin.
to buy
graft
my
for
loose
foreskin.
skin. Yeah. I have
The
to
Stavros
lose 100
Foundation for
pounds.
Lost Foreskin.
Yeah.
If you guys ever want to make your second Patreon tier do something,
Dude,
you just
hell
fucking,
yeah. Oh, no,
you get a little
that's-
vial.
That's private. You gotta contact me directly for that.
This is a fucking booming
like that.
business.
Yeah.
That's a humanitarian effort.
Don't
Yeah,
cut
dude.
the other two in on that.
Absolutely not. They have nothing to do with it. Yeah, like you're it's so funny when a celebrity loses weight and it's like Penn the magician.
Yeah.
That guy's weird neck pussy that he has. You're telling me that wouldn't make a nice foreskin?
Yeah.
I'm saying chop that off and give it to these two motherfuckers. Let them have a little fucking.
Yeah, I have Pendulet's foreskin. I'm my own dick. Would you like to have sex now?
Donate. He could donate so much, so you have like just extra long foreskin,
Exactly,
like
if you wanted
elephant,
to.
like an elephant trunk of foreskin.
Sure,
If it gets
Yeah.
popular enough, then parents start like actually cutting their kids' foreskins off to get a
To
celebrity.
get a
foreskin.
celebrity foreskin. Yeah.
They're, like really rich parents are
Yeah.
like John Stamos there.
Yeah, oh, Stamos would be nice. That's the Cadillac of foreskin, of foreskin reconstructive
That's the greatest bar
surgery.
mitzvah present.
Yeah. There you go. That's what is how it's gonna be. Exactly. It'll be seen as
Your cool uncle's like, kid, I know what happened. Just fucking take this.
He's back. He's back, baby. Damn, uncut too. All right, I get it. You're foreign, but what's your? Are you also a foreign?
Canadian.
Canadian. Interesting. Canadians are uncut, huh?
Yeah, they're not cutting over there.
It's literally only Americans and Jewish people.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know why.
Wow. Yeah, I mean it's not
Americans.
My mom talked about it to me once. She's like, I just think it looks better.
Yeah, she was like, I want you to have a suckable cock.
She's 100%. My mom, all she ever wanted
Damn,
was
what's
for,
she up to?
She wanted her son to fuck. That's all she ever
That's
wanted.
actually fair game because I don't know if have you had women be like, fuck, what? That's weird.
What about what?
Having a foreskin.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it happens like a decent amount of the time. Like a lot of you'll be a lot of women's first time.
what do
seeing
they
it.
do?
But I've only had one like actually very negative, and it was, I don't mean to put this, I'm just stating a fact. It was a Jewish girl, and she wouldn't suck my dick. I ate her pussy for a long. I'm a gentleman. I'm eating pussy for quite some time here. I'm giving her the whole kit and caboodle, and then I'm like, all right,
I'm putting up 40, 50
Tooth's in there,
seconds.
tooth's coming out of there.
Tooth's in, tooth's out. I'm flossing with her clit.
I lost my retainer that day.
She had a real lippy situation. I'm getting a popcorn kernel out of my back tooth with it. And then she would not. I didn't have a condom. I was like, all right, we'll suck, whatever. We'll suck each other off. She wouldn't suck my dick, dude.
Wow.
I had a horrible
Because of the foreskin?
Because it was
Did
uncircumcised.
she say it? Was she like,
It's actually wild.
foreskin
I was
having
fucking pissed
Greek?
off. Every other time, it's been like, I gotta be honest, it's been like a fun surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's ever mad.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's like that.
literally-
It's like that. It's a lot of.
Yeah, it's like.
it's like a learning experience. They're more nervous.
Does it always look
More
like an
there is
anteater,
nerves. And I will say, having a foreskin, and I'll up the ante a little bit because I have a fucked up foreskin. But I think just having a foreskin is like it does show who knows how to suck dick and who doesn't. It shows who knows how to handle a penis and who doesn't. Because if you yank that thing in the wrong way, it's a problem.
Really?
I in my experience,
100%.
boys, I'm sure you've had that where it's
Yeah.
like
I mean, it hurts sometimes.
it hurts.
Yeah.
It can absolutely hurt in a way.
I'm
that,
sensitive.
Yeah.
Down there.
I guess you guys are.
Yeah.
All that.
Do you guys ever like make it talk and like do little voices?
What I do is
Suck it.
if you grab the ball sack and then the penis and
Yes.
then push it up, it looks like a fly. And I'll do that sometimes when I'm showering because it looks funny.
That's a fun. Yeah.
You're like, hello, monsieur.
Yeah, it's like a little French fry.
Yeah.
Give him a little mustache with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuse.
I've done
Yeah.
the thing where you like pull it open a little bit and you stretch it out and you
Put a couple quarters in there.
and it's kind of like a worm or something.
Sure.
I don't know. Like,
Now that you say you're
you know what it
Canadian,
reminds
I
me
can't
of?
stop thinking about you being Canadian.
Yeah.
You sound real. You feel real Canadian.
Yeah.
You feel like
You wouldn't know he's Canadian, but
and
when he
now
says
that
it,
you
you
said it,
can't
I'm like,
not-
that's a Canadian
You have
guy
like a
right
cock
there.
eye
Yeah.
for his Canadian.
Yeah, it feels like you're like you talk like like you're on PBS. You know what I mean?
He's a muppet. Before the podcast, he was like, "Oh, you're dressed very summery," and I'm like, "Dude, it's not at the dentist's office, bro."
Oh, you look like we're about to share a couple of Molsons, but
He makes polite
nice.
conversation.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
You're
gearing up to something,
Oh,
but
no,
Of course, you look like a Jewish
to the
you're gonna bring up health insurance or something.
Please go back to that.
Yeah. I was gonna bring up like Molson's and health insurance. that national hero who fucking rides the snowmobile off the fucking
Hell yeah.
ramp.
Larry the Enticer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get over to fucking. Where in Canada are you from?
BC.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm trying to get over to fucking Vancouver. You know what I'm saying?
Vancouver's
trying
fucking
to get
sick.
my titties sucked by some Vancouver girls out there.
You can't go there for a tour right now, right?
I can't. I wanted to so bad.
Coming up next, Toonheads. Yep, I said it, Toonheads, and I'll say it again, Toonheads. Toonheads are coming up next on the card. Toonheads.
I'm not very internationally traveled. I've only been to London and Japan, so I have like no stake in answering this question. However, I do really want to go to Norway.
Why?
So random.
It's really
Because you
beautiful.
want to know why? It's a stupid reason.
Is it because they pronounce it Norgay?
I want to go there. I want to hear someone say it and clap and be like, where I'm from, that's crazy.
Dude, you should know what you just said.
No, the reason why it's so dumb, I was playing GeoGuessr and I got dropped in the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my whole life. I've never seen anything like it.
Someone's like, why are you here?
In no like stock photo or desktop background or painting have I seen a place this beautiful. And I wrote down the coordinates and I was like, one day I will go there.
You should tweet out the screenshot of the coordinates.
Okay, yeah, I'll find it. I'll go find it.
It'll be like a mecca for the yard viewers, a second mecca.
Yeah,
after the
mecca.
poop house.
Yeah.
The craziest
yard meetup
Smash tournament I've ever been to is I went to a cabin in northern Norway in the Arctic Circle, and there was a tournament there. I went to it.
I was invited to that.
I'm pretty sure this is the plot to Midsommar.
Yeah, it was close. Yeah, it was kind of like that.
I was invited to that and I bailed because I was like, I don't want to go to that place.
You would have loved it.
I think I would have.
Yeah.
And now COVID happened.
I want to do. I was supposed to travel to like 7 countries the year that COVID hit. I was so excited, and then just fucked.
Dude, I tell people that, but I hate telling people it because I would tell like Joey the anime guy and C.Connor. These are people like YouTubers who live in Japan. And I'd be
Nippon
like,
deska.
And I talked to them, and I'm like, I was gonna go to Nippon des, and then they
Is
go.
that what you say?
He said, and I quote, "Yeah, you and everyone." and I never felt worse about myself, so I never said it again.
I love shaming people for. I love gatekeeping.
Yeah.
I think gatekeeping is fun and cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You do think that?
It is because everybody wants to go to
I'm more diehard though. I don't know. I don't know if you guys know this. I applied for the JET program out of college.
But you've never been there, right?
Never been there.
Dude,
What's
Ludwig
the
has
JET program?
talked about Japan more than anyone I know and has never been there, but it makes sense, right?
The JET program is a program where you go to Japan for 1 or 2 years to be an English teacher, and you're paid like $30,000 a year, and you live there.
Yeah.
And it's a program to
popular.
apply for. It's somewhat difficult to get into. It's like 40-50% get in. I did not get it, and so. But if I'd gotten it, I would have gone.
Yeah, Ludwig woke up and was like, "Hey, I want to go to Nippon des. Who do I got to talk to in English to go there?"
I'm wearing fucking jorts and fanny pack Crocs.
You got your Promised Neverland manga fanny pack.
Sir, there's a global pandemic. Can you say Ludwig wants to fly?
This is before I watch anime.
No.
Yeah.
No, me and Ludwig have been talking about going there for. I mean,
Dude, I'm dying.
It's been like almost 3 years.
Except
fiending.
you went.
I did go.
I would love to, bro. Please. Inject it in my veins.
What was that? Are we gonna?
Yeah,
That
what was that?
What?
What you just did?
Audio listeners, I'm trying to help them out. I'm trying to give them more
He did a
interaction.
really
that
weird
helped
thing
them?
with his tongue.
Yeah, it gave them more like.
You look you look like the Joaquin Phoenix
What
Joker.
point
It's
were
like
you trying to make by doing that?
It was a no, guys. Listen, as his guy,
Back me up here. I got nothing.
it was a tactile thing.
It was a tactile
right?
thing.
You're
Tactical
supposed
thing.
to once
Tactile or
again,
tactical? There's
like
two
like I
words.
mentioned with Coinbase, you're supposed to bring the phone to your lips,
Right.
and do that,
And kiss it.
and then Ludwig will also do that, and it's like an experience.
If anyone has a kid, by the way, you should always introduce them to as much music as possible because that's how they get perfect pitch.
Why would you go from kids
I don't-
to licking the screen with your face on it?
What are you bouncing around between right now?
Here,
A cock in a hard place.
I'm gonna make the transition very clear in my brain because it's a weird transition. If I don't, I was thinking about when I was a kid and like Paul. Do you guys remember the first time you saw porn online? Do you remember what it was and what age you were?
yeah,
Yep.
I can.
So we're doing boys talk. We're doing some
Hey.
guy talk, huh?
You guys ever holding your penis and thinking about girls?
I will listen to me. I will tell you guys something.
Real quick,
that
Cutie told me she listened to the pod, and she's like, I rolled my eyes when you guys started talking about your count, your body count. And she's like,
I rolled
such
my eyes in my
locker
head
talk.
too.
This is that, but I'm down. Slime, go
no,
on.
this isn't because this is embarrassing.
Sure.
And this I think is pretty funny.
Talk about the embarrassing porn you watched.
One time, it was the days of LimeWire, guys. If you're ancient heads in the chat, will understand what that means. But basically,
I just wanted to listen to crankthat.soldierboy.exe.
you had to, I had a dial-up connection when I was 14 years old, and I had to download porn videos on LimeWire at 5 kilobytes per second.
You had to crank a big machine to get them to run.
I'm not kidding. It would take,
that's real shit.
if I wanted to watch like a minute of porn video, I would have to sit there for an hour and do other shit while it loaded. And that's for video,
You have
right?
to watch an infomercial first.
So one time man, this is so, dude, this would have changed the course of my life. I want you to know that. Basically, there was this girl that lived across the street. She was visiting, my neighbor who lived across the street. She was like his older cousin from the big city, and she was like she was like a problem kid, and she was like sanctioned to our shitty little town as like a punishment for the summer, so she'd stay out of trouble. What she ended up doing was like making friends with everyone on the block and like trying to get cigarettes and shit. You know, basically just back up the old tricks, right? She's like 14. I was 14. Anyway, she fucking I watch porn. Okay, this is the first time.
14?
No, okay, sorry. This is the first time anything ever happened afterwards.
Okay,
if
gotcha.
that makes
Got
sense, right?
Yeah.
So some shit comes out of my dick, right? Oh, that's crazy. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. And I'm like, well, whatever. And as soon as this happens, by the way, I'm alone for like a week at my house. That's how summers went. I sometimes just get left alone. And then all of a sudden there's a knock on the door. Who the fuck could that be? I go answer the door. It's her. Her name was Amber. She's standing like this. Like I'm wasting her time. And it's this other kid who lived on the street who was like a little troublemaker too. And basically he said, and I shit you not, said, right here, she said she wouldn't suck your dick for $10. And I bet her she wouldn't, and she wants to. I'm not kidding you. This
What?
actually
How old are
happened.
you?
I'm 14. She's
What?
14 as well. That's right. And she's again standing there like fucking Sonic the Hedgehog, just tapping her foot. And
That's funny, image.
and
Faker.
dude. And I'm like, oh, and mind you, I had literally just fucking ejaculated for the first time in my life.
Oh, you have post nut clarity.
And I thought, no, it wasn't just that. I didn't get to clean up. I thought
post nut anxiety.
Wait, are you saying you cummed yourself and then answered the
it
door?
was literally like I thought like someone like my mom was coming home or something like that. Like I was in trouble. Like I'm watching porn as a teenager. I'm in trouble. Ah! And so I'm just like going over there with the fucking like I'm Ludwig, right?
Yeah.
Just a whole pants full of mess.
Well, wouldn't say like Ludwig, but
And
guess
then
I've
I
been
get propositioned like this, and I have to say, I'm like, no, that's okay, and I close the door.
oh my God,
Yeah.
you were such a pussy.
I know. And so this happened. I've told this on your stream before. I think I told it during the subathon. But basically, I could have been one of the like elite few like middle schoolers.
You could have been a hood legend.
I could have been a hood legend.
That's like
and it would have like changed my life. Like I would have had this insane confidence because like you get a blowjob at that age, and you're just like, yeah, bro. Like I would have been different. It would have
Incels
been good.
dream about that.
Right?
Yeah.
And so that happened, and I think about
You
that
shouldn't even
sometimes.
tell the story because people think it's gonna happen to them now. That's how insane that story
It's like
is.
a fucking penthouse forum like fantasy or
Yeah.
something or whatever. But yeah, it was, and that was the first time.
That's
Shit, man.
crazy.
I know. It's really
I pulled up the
embarrassing.
first porn video I've ever watched on my phone right now.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not gonna talk about it on this podcast, but I'll talk about it on the bonus episode. I pulled it up. Because I remember the exact video.
So, guys, just to remind you, the bonus episode begins like really soon, and Ludwig actually did the perfect clickbait. So if you're on the Patreon, you get to listen to the extended version of this.
But if you're not, hey, thanks for watching The Yard.
We appreciate you, and Slime does too, even though he gets mad all the time. So do we just close it out and then like half close it out?
Plug the Patreon.
Patreon.com/theyard.
Thanks to Coinbase
bonus
again.
Content. Thank you to Coinbase.
And thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching The Yard. Appreciate you guys always watching The Yard. We have so many listeners. So many people come to my chat now and they're like, I came from The Yard.
Yeah.
And
I got stopped at Starbucks the other day and from the barista. It's like, you're from The Yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you, not what I thought you'd look like.
Okay.
Okay?
To the girl who commented that she watched us on Spotify and then she saw us in real life and said, I'm going to stay on Spotify. You need to clarify.
No. Yeah.
You need to clarify what you meant.
Well, to be clear,
what me and Aiden read
this
was,
is only you and
we're
Aiden.
fucking ugly, disgusting shingle boys.
Yeah.
But what she read, or what she maybe meant, what all the women in our lives are telling us is, oh, no, this is her saying that you're hot, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And she's
No.
overwhelmed.
No. All the guys agreed. All the guys got around
Hey.
a huddle and went, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Don't let them take you down. You got a great face for radio.
Shake his hand now.
No.
Shake his hand. He's your boss.
Give me the backward shake.
Backwards.
Give me the
It's so
backward
gross.
shake.
Tell me I'm not ugly.
All right.
so wrong.
You're not ugly.
We were
You're not
closing
ugly.
the episode.
Not you.
All right,
It's
guys.
you.
We'll see you in the bonus episode.
Tell you
Yeah,
what
they're
else.
just made
You've
out of a
changed.
better material.
Stop talking changed.
Yeah, why has
boy.
Aiden
I've
changed?
changed? You're going to tell me about how I've changed before I read this 5-star review?
Please go ahead.
You want to read a 5-star
review?
Dude, Ludwig is looking down on us like these stupid shills. They can't even do it naturally or
Nick's
right.
gonna plug his Plato's Closet. He has some cool things he wants to sell on there.
One
did I do?
5-star review from Bailey Brad. Had a dream where I was tricked into taking some wild drug. My vision started to turn into TV static as I collapsed on the ground, screaming for Slime to come help me. But no matter how loud I cried out, he could not locate me in the home, eventually fading to black.
Yeah, I'm not your guy.
The fuck?
I am not going to help you.
Thanks for watching the pod. Also, bro, you good? Holy shit.
He just pasted my tweet.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's your
yeah,
tweet.
That's right.
That was a real-
I was like,
that was
didn't
a
you
real
have a
dr-
dream like
that
this?
was a real dream that I had. It was terrifying. It was, and then one more 5-star review from, when old Xbox tags with the XX, it's like that. XX Hargle XX. The podcast is really good. Hopefully they don't have a falling out because the quality will definitely decrease.
True. Hargle, also the future name of Aimen's future kid in Sweden.
Hargle! Hargle mean!
And his name was Hargle Lindgren.
Armada's last name for some reason.
Dude, wait, what was that? Sorry, my mind is going 6 million years a minute because we're so fast and we're so quick and we're so hot. What did that review just say? It was a dream Aimen had. He told me about that dream. That's what I was going to say. But I said that I would help him.
And then you would help Aiden, but not the random person.
He didn't help me in the dream.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but you were screaming for me to help you.
Yeah.
But I want you to know if that were happening to you in real life, I would help you and I
By
would
the way,
save you.
I would hope.
Yeah.
I would hope if I was screaming like I was in that dream, you better
Fellas,
all show up.
hypothetical. I'm in danger. I'm literally screaming for help. Do you come?
What am I doing? Am I busy?
He's already back
Look,
on
if
phone.
I'm in the middle of a bullet game, you gotta wait.
True.
You're waiting the 45 seconds that's left.
That actually happened the other day. Nick said, "Come here, Ludwig," and I immediately came, and he said, "Hold up," and he was like, barely into a bullet game, and I just
I'm
watched
so
him play the
mad
whole
because
thing.
a bullet game is a minute.
I know, but you called me during the game.
Dude, there was 20 seconds left.
It's just weird to have called me during the game, like you're on some productivity.
You're wrong.
I think I
signal
have
shit.
this problem with. There's this problem in general.
Don't
right?
talk to me. You've changed.
With you. Have you
explained yet?
No, we haven't let him.
He shows up. He'll show up late to things, right? But then occasionally, that 1 in 10 time,
I hate
he'll
when
show
he's on
up.
time.
He'll show up 5
Oh
minutes
my
before
God.
or on time.
This
and
is
then
real shit.
You have already prepped for Ludwig to be late, so you're not ready yet either, because you plan for him to not be there yet, and then he shows up and gives you shit.
You know what that's called?
He lords it over
You know what that's called,
Yeah.
gentlemen? Keeping you on your toes.
No, it's not. It's
Nope.
being annoying
Not
and
called that.
inconsistent.
No one would agree.
Keeping
it's
you
called
on
that.
on your toes
You know
here.
what? How have I changed?
You changed because for the first time ever since I've met you, I asked you to do an activity and you said no.
I did.
You've never done that ever. Do you know that?
Wait, what did you ask him?
I
to do?
said, "Hey, do you want to go rock climbing tomorrow?" And he said, "No, I
Yeah.
don't." And we didn't go together.
Where was I for this invite?
You were not. You were already asleep. You also had work, so you couldn't
Oh.
even have gone.
Fair.
It was today, right?
It was today. I went rock climbing, and you didn't come because you said no, like a dick.
You went rock climbing today?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You had a big
You
day.
went with Noel, right?
I'm a fit bird. Yeah, I did.
You are a hot, fit bird.
I climbed. I summited a couple V3s.
That's actually pretty.
It's a lie.
That's I was like, that's pretty crazy for like.
I
Your
literally
second time at
lied
this.
by accident. I don't know. I just wanted to. It's a V2. I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that.
But tell a lot.
I have moved to being more concerned on whether people are having fun or not, more so than am I doing well or not.
I chain grabbed Atrioc in winners finals of a house tournament.
Oh my god.
And then
would
he
you still
quit.
do that today?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's the same. You're different.
Yeah, I'm different.
No one knows what the fuck's going on here. I'm cool.
Yeah.
That's not the
That's
conclusion.
no.
that
All
I was
that's
gonna
right.
end
All
at.
that's right.
Thank you.
Aiden gets me.
Thank
All
you.
that's right.
Yeah.
No, you know what's funny? The past 2 days I've been having a hankering for Melee. Just like hit the crack
Been having
pipe.
a
People
Hank
have
Hill.
been, dude.
And I'm just like, I want to play a lot, so I'll ask Aimen because he's always around and he's never working.
And you know what? He said no to you for the first time I've ever seen.
No, he always comes back. He literally
came
said
back?
he said no, and then he like 5 minutes later, I'll play some Stig.
Like hooking up with an ex.
So yeah,
We shouldn't do this again. Okay.
Yeah, so me and Slime played Melee, and I had fun, but I don't think I'd do it again.
but what I've been doing, because when I play Aiden, he plays very in a frustrating way, but I also have a problem where I just get frustrated when I lose, and it's become a thing where it's like I don't want to be a rager on the setup anymore.
I fucking hate when you guys play. Please stop playing Melee.
No, listen to what I'm saying.
You gotta let him finish.
Yeah,
you gotta let him
please
finish.
Okay, finish.
Because he played 3 days in a row.
Yeah, I got mad.
We played 3 days in a row, and I have been using this time to practice just not getting mad and playing some Melee with Aimen. And he plays insufferably.
Yeah.
It's really hard to not get mad, but I try really, really hard, and I've been doing great.
Hey.
I've said like one thing to him.
I'm just playing the game. We've played 3 days in a row.
Yeah, but
I played Sheik for the first time today.
Yeah, it sucked. But yeah, you were there. You were there when me and Aimen were arguing. It was like last week.
It was like me and my girlfriend Cutie.
Yeah.
It's like long day at work. We're cuddled up watching like some show on like Bob's Burgers or something. And then you guys are playing and it's all fine. Like I'm fine. I don't care. Like you guys can go ahead and play. But then it sounds like, oh, you play so fucking lame, you piece of shit. And Aiden's like, I don't know why you have to talk about like how I am.
Oh no,
real life.
This is before Riptide.
And you were
Riptide.
You're like, I don't know why you have to talk about like in real life stuff when it's like what I'm doing in the video game. Because like at the end of the day, I'm just trying to win it. And you're like, I don't give a shit because like this shows who you are as a real person. And it's like I'm trying to watch Bob's Burger flip this bitch.
And me and Aimen are trying to hurt each other's feelings.
No,
Not each
hold
other.
on.
Not
Hold
each
on.
other.
Yeah.
Defend me.
Yeah.
Please
No.
defend me.
No.
Please, I never throw the first stone. Ever.
No, I
Please
don't care about that. What I care about is I'm trying to watch. We should have a no melee rule.
Okay, look.
It doesn't matter who started.
Here's
it.
my issue.
How does it not matter?
Here's my
Oh my god!
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm Reese.
Even today, when I was getting salty, I'm getting mad at mistakes I'm making.
And I was, you know what? I was cool as a cuke.
Are you winning? It sounds like
No, I think he took like over 50. It was great.
You're gonna say something?
I was gonna say that I think Slime has a week, but there is some level of a point to you playing layman friendlies and there being context to that matters. Because I think that most people, when you play friendly, it's like, you know, Melee's very expressive and you usually zone in on just trying to win. So like you force the other person to like focus really hard when like friendlies are usually a casual experience that you get to have more fun during. And that makes it a very one-sided experience for you because you don't clarify before playing with someone, hey, I want this to be like a really, you know, serious practice session. I'm trying to grind and improve. So because you don't do that, sometimes the other person doesn't have as much fun as you. I think his reaction's out of pocket. However,
I think this has changed.
However, I forgot my point. But
No.
Give me a second.
Social context with Nicholas.
I would love to bring up the time very early when Aimen started living with us. When Nick and Aiden played after work at BTS.
The only time I've ever been salty and friendly in my whole life.
I've never heard Nick be this petty. But they played some friendlies, and why don't you tell us what happened? Tell the audience.
We were playing at work. And
I can't believe this happened.
I'm playing Peach, it's the opposite. No, I'm playing Peach, Aiden playing Falco, and Aiden is just running from me, shooting lasers, and putting the clock to 8 minutes. The entire fucking game.
He's stalling 8 minutes straight.
He's stalling 8 minutes. He's stalling 8 minutes in friendlies.
It's going close to timeout.
I am not at all like reciprocating this energy. There's no money on the line. We're just playing friendlies, and he is purposely running camping, and I'm like dashing at him with Peach, and I'm like,
PTZ zipper.
And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is your fucking problem? Why are you playing like this? And he's just like laughing to himself. And I'm like, all right, well, if you would not like to have any fun, then like what exactly did I say to you?
You didn't say anything. That was the crazy thing. You didn't say anything.
I guess this is my inner monologue.
But then you started playing like what I would say what you guys would call really lame after that.
I see.
Because I have obviously noticed like a change in the tone of the room and a distinct difference in how he's playing. And after a few games of this, because Ken leaves, because we were
this is a 3-man setup.
Yeah. That's why
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why I did it at the time. Because I knew if I scrapped with his Peach and my Falco, I had no shot of winning, and I didn't want to get off the rotation. So I did everything.
And I'm playing Peach because I'm like, Melee's fun.
To win the
Let's
game.
try other combos from other characters. And he's being a fucking sociopath.
And then he changes the way he's playing, and we play.
Yeah, because I'm like, all right, I'll do what he's doing.
Quick question though, what was scoreboard?
I don't remember.
What do you mean?
Who won?
Who
was
was
like
Falco game?
Yeah,
I won.
Yeah.
I remember it very distinctly.
Ball don't lie.
It came down to like last hit, and I won the game, and he like visibly deflated, like, but in like a tilty, like in an angrier way.
So mad.
So what happened
and then
is
he
that
absorbed your life points.
is that you literally just you right? So you played Falco then, and you just ran away from him.
Yeah.
For
You're
like
a Dementor.
It was in that scenario, yes, it was very Dementor-esque.
So I was just because I was literally just like, all I do when I play you is run at you and go for cool combos and have fun. And I'm like, why are you doing this to me? What you? This is only you benefiting Street. And this is also before we force-fed the realization to Aiden that he can't contextualize that other people don't see the world the same way as him.
Yeah, we had to.
And he can only see how he feels about things. He now understands this. But
hold on,
this is before he understood this.
You say it in a very broad context.
No,
I think,
we sat him down.
No.
There's an intervention.
No. I think because we had a whole conversation about this, and I think I have changed and I have like learned things. But I think my big thing is I think for a long time in my life I've made decisions on the basis of imagining myself in the other person's perspective, and then gauging whether or not that thing is acceptable based on how I would react. In general, this is called empathy, but it doesn't work very well sometimes when you don't care about a lot of things happening to you, turns out. And what I also...
Is it empathy if you don't feel the thing?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is actually
it's
a really
crazy.
interesting
You both said their perspective and how I would feel.
No, but
that's hilarious.
That's how empathy works,
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah, 'cause you
imagining
have to
yourself
feel it,
like understanding the impact of that on the other person.
You're right, but you sound like Dexter
you don't-
explaining empathy. I wouldn't mind dying.
And I have learned, I think I've just have learned over time that people are more emotional about things than I imagine them to be. And I think a big thing for me is the way I learn about things is like huge emotional reactions to things or times when I've hurt people really stick with me. Like, and
I once, this is very recently, me and Aiden were driving in a car. Aiden's drunk. And I'm like, what are you doing? Because he's like messaging someone like profusely. He's like messaging an old friend that he wronged. and he's like trying to like unburn the bridge.
To mend
and
defense.
I'm like, dude, put the phone down. Holy shit.
No, I just gotta say sorry.
I love you, man. It was a bad past, bad history.
I think like if it's bad enough, I'll think about it for years, and it will distinctly change the way I make decisions and like my behavior. And I think this is actually this minor instance of melee at work and me just thinking something was like funny or like didn't really matter. Like actually really like caused a rift at the time between me and Nick.
Yeah, you guys chopped it up in the car.
For a day.
Well, you guys chopped it up in the car.
But enough to talk about it for like a really extended period of time and then actually change my behavior since then.
I also think a really funny thing happens a lot of the time when stuff like this happens where like, so I get mad at you because you camp for 8 minutes versus me with Peach. And Slime goes, yeah, that's what you do to me all the time. And then I have to be like, okay, hold on.
No.
I have to be like,
where it all comes out.
I have to be like, okay, look, I see what he's saying and how it sounds like what I'm saying, but I'm not on his side right now.
No, we're on the same side.
Even though we're both against
we're
you,
on the same side.
We are not a team.
We're a team.
This is my favorite thing. This is
We're a team. You're an enemy.
Trope, the slime trope where he looks at you, he finds a vague similarity between you and him, and he goes, "We're the same."
We're the same.
And then the third person in the room will be like,
no, and they'll be like,
"Oh no."
Well, something you don't have to worry about being the same or different. Coinbase.
Wait, what? One thing you can guarantee will be the same. High quality app experience is Coinbase.
Coinbase sponsors the yard.
Sheesh.
That one's.
They don't listen to these ad reads. I can do this. I can keep running this for 15 seconds.
You can do, yeah. We could just do a minute-long sheesh and then Coinbase just flying across the screen.
Everyone say, oh, come on.
I think I was more impressed by the turnaround of that joke because I sat down for like a couple seconds. He took the photo and then did the bit.
Oh my god!
Dude, I thought you were pointing at my shirt.
God, you got destroyed. You got diced up.
Come on.
Live.
You got hit with the day one?
So after the date, I went to a capsule machine, which I know there are a
Nice.
bunch in Japan.
Yeah.
And dude,
Dude, this is like high school. It's like you hit a fucking nerd with the day one. Like, anyway, so on this date,
So I
I
was
was
fucking this
at
girl.
the mall.
So Sasha, she's giving me a blow.
And he's pulling his phone. He's writing his manifesto right now.
He's adding to his list.
He's playing Down by Blink-182. Putting in his AirPods.
Yeah, I'm addicted to capsule machines because I was kept rolling for Kirby.
Yeah, he got me a bunch of Kirby's.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I put like $20 in and I put all my didgeridoos to try to get Kirby.
Yeah, I
'Cause
got
I
one
wanted to get him
Kirby.
Kirby.
I got a Sleepy DDD. I got the whole
Where was
cast.
my capsule, bro?
I did get you a small present
Okay.
that I have not given to you yet.
You're waiting for the right moment.
Your birthday.
You weren't. Yeah, you're next year.
I have been absent.
Yeah, you've been away.
I haven't played a video game in so long.
Yeah.
Do you feel like a part of you is gone forever?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm 4 for 4.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're not whole anymore?
Well, I said for a very long time, I was like, it sucks being a gamer because you have to do this weird, thing in your
so
life
oppressed.
where you're like,
Where you jerk your own penis to make it.
yeah, where it's like you're jelking but also like trying to aim.
And then like 50% of humans are just weird and hard to talk to and have big boobs and I don't know what.
And
they
I
do
love
with
them so much, but I hate them so much.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to be a gamer because it's like, all right, 30% of your life is like you're asleep, right? And then like 30% is like fucking like work. And then the other, it's like you somehow have to divide between the amount of games you want to play to feel satisfied in a gaming session. Like if I sit down for 20 minutes to play a game, it's like, I can't do that. I can't play Valorant for 20 minutes. Like it's a commitment of some sort. But then you have to like also, you have relationships and all these other things you want to, goals in your life to accomplish. It sucks. And I was like, yeah, I just don't know how to like be a gamer and exist and also get sleep because sleep is usually what gets sacrificed in that equation. I just stopped playing games because I got too busy. And now I'm like, damn, I just haven't played a video game and I'm still like alive.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
Everything's okay. It means you're just getting a little bit older now, and that some things are not priorities.
Everything's
anymore.
turning gray,
and you realize that, and it's sad. But you know the emptiness will one day engulf you. So that's
and swallow me whole.
Well, what
dude, you're becoming Aimen. I'm already me, and you're becoming Aimen, and he's becoming me.
I'm not.
You're getting bald.
And
now.
we're the same.
You're
You are balding, and I can see it happening to you.
I'm chilling.
And you
don't look at me.
I'm good.
You're like a zoo animal.
I'm vibing.
You're just a turtle.
You know what it is, by the way? All you have to do is just become a streamer. And then you could just game on stream.
Dude, I have so many times gone, you know what? I'm going to start streaming. And then I open OBS, I see myself in the cam, and I hover start stream, and I go, nah, I just don't.
I think that's what Clint does.
I think about it. I try to stream more, and I'm like, this is a really good idea. I'm going to do this today. And then I'll sit down and be like, no,
it gives me
I'm
so
not
much
ready.
anxiety.
Really?
But you know what? How I get over it? You just click the button.
I can't. I could, but...
Also, I have an interesting...
Just call me in to click the button for you.
I don't think that solves it. Because you sit down, you do...
Oh, what was that? What did you throw at him?
What was that?
The napkin ball.
What the fuck?
You've tightened that for a while.
Jesus Christ.
I threw it really high so it wouldn't hit him.
Yeah.
It's just to
I
let
didn't
him
know what you were throwing. I only saw
let you know I
gray,
could.
So I
The
thought it
throwing
was like
star?
a screw or something heavier.
A nut and a bolt.
I threw it high.
What did you want to
Go
say?
on, Aimen.
Dude,
No, he was
because
dumb.
like you sit down and you like do it for an hour and it's like, man, this sucks.
Streaming?
No, I'm fine once I get going.
I think that's a you thing.
I have one of the hardest jobs in the world. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
No. He's
Yes.
right. As a fellow content creator.
Yes. I am healing
No,
the
don't
fucking
move the
world.
chair.
Over on my side. Sorry.
No.
You clowns figured out that I have to hustle to pay our bills. That's so close to my cock. A little lower.
Yeah, you and the Marines, dude. Fucking all our heroes.
Yeah. Semper Frag, bro.
You disgust me.
For 1,000 years.
You know what? It's funny thing about Ludwig, because so we're shooting something tomorrow, and we shot something this weekend as well, and we had to shoot a tiny part of it. You might end up seeing it later on the set. And Ludwig has this thing where he's one take Jake, and he is so overconfident in anything that has to do with like recording and delivering lines, and then he's like, nailed it.
Yeah.
Right. And what I hate is that he's usually right. He's usually a pretty good one take Jake. And
I've seen him be a 2-take Tony. I've seen it.
You've never seen me be a 3-take
Tammy.
Fucking idiot.
No, it's not. 3-take Melquiades.
Yeah, never seen that in your life.
What?
It's Wednesday in Spanish.
Miracle. But yeah, I think I want to just give credit where credit is due. You're a natural, and you've got big naturals.
Yeah.
That's all you brought that up for. You brought that up just to say big naturals.
You are
on
a
the
big
pod.
natural to me.
You love big
thought that.
naturals.
You've got big naturals.
What's up, brother?
I was going to compliment you.
Speak your shit then.
Then I don't know if I want to anymore.
You have been gassing yourself a lot. Let's talk
I guess
about your
myself
flaw.
up because you kings don't.
God.
What's up?
You should have heard me in the car with my parents.
You should have
over the
heard
weekend.
you?
Yeah.
Well, you said some good shit?
I was gassing you up.
I did not get to meet your parents.
I was so sad I didn't get to meet your parents.
I was bummed.
I
Yeah,
met his
only
bald
Anthony,
dad.
Anthony and Cutie did.
I would have
That's it.
liked to have seen your mom again, too.
I was going to say that. Fuck.
Hey!
Too much. Too much.
He did this today.
Yesterday.
Today. We were about to sit down to play Melee, and he was about to make one of those jokes, and he's like,
It's weird if he does
I
it.
can't do it now. I've met her.
I've
It's
met
too
your
real.
mom, and I can't.
And you're
make
too
that
close
joke
in
anymore.
age.
No, that would make it more appropriate.
No, that's why it'd be weirder because then you could actually conceivably do it.
No, his dad's a Chad.
That's true.
I couldn't take him
He
in
would
combat.
literally put you in a plane and drop you out without a parachute.
One of our first conversations over Facebook, like one of our first real conversations, is Anthony hitting me up out of the blue. And he's like,
I've spoken like 2 words to Aiden at this point in my life.
And he asks me, like, your dad's a pilot, right? Because I think it had come up in one of the previous times we'd met. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, are they all Chads? It seems like a Chad profession. And I actually thought about it. Like, I was thinking about it, and I was kind of going through the catalog of, like, my dad's friends that I know. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, he replied LMAO.
Only works because Aiden actually thinks about every question asked to him.
It was an honest
Sometimes
question.
I test Aiden and I just ask him literally just the most random dumb shit I can think of, and he'll sit there and think about it.
You wasting
Like
my
what?
time?
Yeah, that's cruel.
All the time.
Why would you do that?
I just
Why are you cruel?
Waste my fucking
for
time?
one, I have this problem where I just like hearing my own voice, and for two, Aiden's always there. So sometimes I'll just be like, "Would you get herpes if I gave you 10K?" And I'll just be like,
No, like where is it?
No,
Where would it be?
I think it would like get in the way of like doing stuff.
Like, do I still have my
and-
job? I guess.
If I could still travel, yeah, like I'd take like 20.
On the subject of you hearing your own voice, you've gotten in this incredible habit lately of using my name at any given time to make songs about how I'm cringe or pog
Aimen
shit.
is cringe. Yeah,
Da,
I do.
da,
it.
da, da.
He does this,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm just what Nieper was to you 2 years ago.
Yeah.
like
10% cringe.
You're creating. You just create songs and then put my name into them.
15% cringe, 20%.
I always had this
Power
idea that
cringe.
Aimen, like he would be a really good Pokemon named Aimen Gaiman.
Yeah.
He'd be like, Aimen, Gaiman,
Yeah.
Aimen.
See, you know what I hate about that bit? Ever
What?
since he told me, is because sometimes when I'm by myself, I'll say that to myself
Really?
because I think it's funny.
Part of the reason I started doing that is because
Don't laugh so loud at that.
I
Don't.
was so I just thought about you listening to like fucking Adele in your room and just going, Aimen.
we work in the same office, and for a while when I would be in there, you would have your headphones on, and I would try to talk to you, and you would do this thing where you don't hear what I say, even though I'm talking loud. So then
he
I would,
does that to you too.
I would just sing that you're cringe until you noticed.
Yeah.
And that's why I started it. Is just because you wouldn't listen to me, so I called you cringe.
like this, and on your desk with your feet up. and,
Yeah.
Aimen is cringe.
Yeah.
Aimen is cringe.
Yeah, that's right.
That's you.
That's me, bitch.
That's what you do.
Welcome.
I do. It was funny the other day, and we're in the same office area, and Ludwig. So my desk is next to Ludwig's, and Aimen's is like 90 degrees, so he's like faced away from us. And Ludwig has a notepad up, and it just says like "You're cringe" in giant text on his screen, and he's like, "Oh shit, Aimen, you should look at this." And I look over, and I see what he's doing, and without skipping a beat, I'm like, "Oh shit, that's gonna be a problem."
Yeah.
And so Aimen double looks over with intent, and
Yeah.
it just says "You're cringe."
Yeah.
And it's just like
And he just gets fucking
that's the symbiosis.
There's like viewers out there who are like, oh man, they really bag on Aiden on the show, but you know, it's the bit for the show.
Well-
I bet when they go off, they're all really nice, and you guys are like, yeah, show ends, and we're instantly.
I'll
dunking
defend
on them again.
Aiden. I tried to get slime with that, and he did this. No, I'm not gonna look. And I said, no,
I'm
you
smart.
gotta look. He says, no, it's probably some dumb thing to get me.
You showed me your middle
And so
finger.
I just sat there like
dude,
an
you showed me your butthole. Dude, remember the other night?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like, I don't know why you needed to get me. I was in my room with the door closed.
Yeah.
And like, we needed to go do something.
I need to show you something on Discord.
Yeah,
on my
you're like, I
computer.
need to show you something. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to open the door. Make sure it's not your penis or balls. And then I'm opening the door and I say, or butthole. And he's literally bent over as I say butthole. And he's like, oops, sorry.
You know what?
Like, I called it out as it happened.
We're regressing. This is you. You're going back to butthole.
This is
You've
full
been
circle.
showing your balls more lately.
I have.
This is
You have.
it.
Dude,
We're
you
all
saw him in the
falling
masking
back.
tape, right?
Yes.
You
yes.
guys see that crazy picture that Anything for Views put on Twitter?
No.
Yes.
I sent it to Anthony. Snap.
Is it the one where he posted the picture of Steve from Blue's Clues?
No. It's himself. He is fully nude. The camera is right under his nutsack. He is only holding his penis. His balls are straight under the camera, and he's just looking down at it, and he just publicly put it on Twitter.
That's so fire.
It is so fucking funny.
By the way, quick check-in. If you guys are watching with your wife or girlfriend, hope you're enjoying. Just give us any feedback in the comments. Let us know what you think.
And preferably in a review-based format on your
Well,
favorite.
maybe not that.
Well, any sort of review is good.
That was a miserable time. I'm glad I'm back and it's gone.
Hey, welcome back to the yard, everybody.
Oh man, that was transformative.
Ludwig wants to host a convention.
I
want to
host
with a large
the
tournament.
biggest Smash tournament of all time, and I don't ever want to do like TanaCon. You know that, right? TanaCon. Did you hear about that?
I know
Tana
about
Montague.
TanaCon, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Tana Montague. That's the one.
Yeah.
Made a convention. This is like a YouTuber. She's like a very successful YouTuber. Has like, I don't know, 5 million subscribers.
She got married to Jake Paul.
She got, I
And
think,
said
me
the
married to
N-word.
Jake Paul. No, that
Wait,
was iDubbbz that said the N-word.
in that order?
Next to her.
She said it
She
before
was next
him.
to someone who said
Wait,
the N-word.
what did he do? Throw his voice like Jeff Dunham?
Well, what he did is he literally showed up, ran next to her in a photo op. She didn't recognize him, and then he said "say," and then he said the N-word, and then she like froze, and then was
Oh
just
my
shell-shocked.
god!
Yeah, because she said it first.
Did she?
Albeit like four
I- look,
or
I
5
might- I
years
don't know
ago,
this
right?
more.
Before she married Jake
Aiden
Paul.
just defending him.
No, to be clear,
just a word.
nobody
It
should be
is
saying the
just a
N-word.
word.
Nobody should be saying the
No,
N-word. That
no,
is not
we're
what I'm saying.
taking the power
You're
back.
absolving her of having said it. That's all
I
I'm
didn't
saying.
know she said it.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
That's
That makes
why
more sense
all
then.
that happened.
That makes
is
more
what you're
sense.
saying. Okay, so this person who said the N-word threw a party.
You know.
Anyway, I don't
This
know
is like
what
explaining my
I don't know
mom.
what her
This is literally me explaining my mom the YouTube deal.
I don't
so
know.
they subscribe.
What,
It's
what
free
happens?
That's how
what
the
happens at
KKK
Tana
formed.
Montague's convention?
Well, so she threw something called TanaCon. It's like infamous for being an absolute shit show, waste of money, insane lines, incredibly hot. It was like somewhere in LA, had nothing to
wow.
do,
that's
just
the
like a
dream.
giant scam.
Yeah.
And I also think
I'm
the
in.
vanity of throwing a convention
Well, the idea of it,
and
right-
calling it like Ludwig Con
Yeah.
is like
We're not gonna do.
insane.
Wasn't
We
the
have a
idea
name.
of it? It was like despite VidCon, right? That was the idea. Is VidCon was happening simultaneously?
Yeah, it was some.
And then,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't. Like, we're talking about this like it happened
The
fucking
TanaCon
this week,
thing.
but VidCon was happening simultaneously, and then she was like, "I'm gonna do my own con," because something happened between them. I don't remember. It was so long ago.
And it was like
forget.
the Tumblr ball
Sure.
pit meetup. You guys know that one?
No.
Get it in the comments.
I don't
comment
think
if you got
they
that
do.
one.
Our 40-year-old viewer base is like, I remember that.
Different
love
websites.
that.
Different websites.
And so but I do want to do a because I think like influencer-based tournaments are just more successful. They do better with sponsors. They do better with viewership. They do better all around.
You're right.
And so like this is the best way to describe it as like a LudCon, but also the biggest Smash tournament ever is the main goal of it.
so
and we have
when
a
you
wonderful-
say big, by what metric are you trying to achieve?
Most entrants ever for both games, and also largest prize pool ever for both games.
I actually think this is so easy to do.
His approach to this,
I mean,
the
and make
strat,
money is the.
I think we'll
I
get
think
it.
regular
We'll figure it
Smash
out.
tournaments are trying to capitalize on getting the most amount of Smashers to come. I think Ludwig is capitalizing on the most amount of like his viewers. I
My
think-
5-head idea was make it fun for anyone, even if you don't really like
Yeah.
Smash that much, and then make the entry to the tournaments like very small, like $1.
First, we'll need a Chinese gong, a couple of Roman candle rockets, and Shaggy's model train set from the Mystery Machine.
Nothing we can do.
It's automatic. I don't like it anymore.
Content
than you.
ID doesn't fuck around.
The thing is, you
the
know,
baby shark is at the head of the table.
Yeah.
Just slamming it with its baby fists.
Speaking of guests like Susan, one of our past guests, Stavros, on the Come Down podcast.
Dude, Dude,
do you know? Did you read this?
Yeah, I opened it.
We didn't know who this was from.
Yeah, let me read this out. And so here's what happened. We had a package on our counter, and it said warm wishes, and it read like this. To my beloved Yard House and Cutie. Any group of pals that's at least partially uncircumcised is my kind of group.
No, read how he wrote it.
Okay. Any...
I was like, wait, did he write that?
At least partially, and then it
says uncirced.
Yeah, it is uncirced. Which I'll translate. Enjoy these cookies my mom and I made as penance for telling Lud's mom to go fuck herself. But if she needs more of an apology, I'm happy to take her out too. Winky face. Merry Xmas. And then it is the letter S and then Squiggles.
Yeah.
And we didn't know who this was. We thought
me and Ludwig were trying to crack it.
Fran, who suddenly got our address and was making a weird joke about my mother, until I found out it was Stav, which blew my mind. That Stavros was baking cookies with his mother and then did this. It's like the sweetest thing you could imagine from that man.
And this is like your card from like the store. Like
Yeah.
it's just there's a snowman.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah, it's
dick
like a
and
Hallmark.
balls.
It's
just
handwritten.
It's just a nice
It's
card.
a nice message.
It's a nice gesture.
It's
and
a
there's
lot of
nothing negative
cookies.
to say.
It's not like he sent us 3 cookies.
And they're good.
Yeah. It's not like he bulk made for a bunch of people either. Like, this is how many cookies you would make if you baked with your mother.
Just such a insane.
It was so
mix-up.
nice. And I was still sus about it. I was like, maybe he laced them.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Maybe they got weed.
So me and Aimen were like,
The
trying it for
backstory.
slime.
The backstory was that I woke up and I saw the package from him, and I was like, it said to the yard sluts, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna open this, but I have to leave right now. So I went and I opened it in my car like while I was like about to go, and I was like, oh wait, this is for like. I want everyone to see this.
Yeah,
But I thought it was funnier if
so you knew.
if I kept the box and just put them on the counter and waited for them to be found.
Me and Ludwig conducted an investigation of like asking each other like, what's this?
That's why I didn't post a tweet about it or anything either, because I was like, I want them to find it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very sweet. Thank you,
Stav,
Stavros.
that's so nice.
Thank
for
you,
the
Stav.
cookies.
Hearts for Stavros.
Yeah,
One
I
of
don't
my
care
favorite
what they
episodes.
say.
are really
Austin's
good.
not doing that shit.
He didn't come on the pod. More like Ted. Where the fuck are our cookies at, Ted?
That's true.
Ted
didn't give a shit.
sent Aimen
Ted
merch.
sent me merch.
Oh,
he
he
sent
shilled
me
for
a
his
sent
own
him
merch.
He didn't send
Okay, how about
wait,
some milk or something?
He invited me to a Halo server too.
Really?
Yeah, and
Aw.
didn't you say
Wait.
What?
what happened when you went?
Oh,
on the
I said
server?
I played with them once, and they were like playing like zero gravity energy swords in private match only.
And you're like, I'm a bit busy.
And I was like, I thought we were gaming. What the fuck? This is crazy.
Yeah, it turns out the Minecrafters
Hey,
don't
look,
game.
in round 1, I'll say it was fun. Round 1, it was like just wacky Wild West. Everyone's flying over the map. It was fun. They're like, you guys want to run it like all night? And I was like, holy shit, you guys are crazy.
You showed up to the kid's birthday party with your full paintball gear. And
You're like, pinning the tail is harder than I thought on this donkey. But I'm good.
Game of level bean.
You got a stoma.
Today, boys.
Anyway.
This is what so I went skydiving the other day. Now, you guys might know. That's it. You're
No,
doing
it's more
like
than
way
that.
too
It's
guttural.
more.
I'm not
It's
that
more.
you're so guttural.
I'm gonna pull up a
You're
fucking
obscenely
video right
guttural.
now, you
I'm
dumb
doing the
piece of
video
shit.
live.
He's doing a voice
So I
that's
flew
like-
in a plane and I jumped out of it.
I flows in a plane. I says to the plane, "Hey, come on, drop me out
Why do
of
you
the
say
plane."
I says? Like you're from fucking New York. Dude, there's so I'm getting so angry.
I love I
My blood
says.
sugar.
So I says to him,
Why do you say that?
I think it's funny. That's it. Why do you fart in front of us? Because you think it's funny.
Because it is funny.
Because you think it's funny. I say
You laugh every time.
I
You literally
never
laugh
laugh,
every
dude.
time. You laugh every time and he
I've
does
never laughed
I
ever
want
once.
to get Slime a Vuvuzela and see what happens if he rips ass into it.
I think someone in Australia gets IBS.
Yeah, I think it's funny to say I says to him.
Yeah,
so
it's
I do
just-
that a lot.
Yeah, I get it, and I think it's fine. I'm just saying it makes my brain sort of like crack like a.
You also
egg.
think Linus is a dick, so
he is.
Me and Linus both say fuck you.
He's just so weird when he's around people. He treats them weirdly.
Comment down below if you like Linus Tech tips
And
or not.
actually, the foreskin comes off with a gun.
So we've been talking to NVIDIA about the foreskin that comes from their GPUs. Now, they've been using foreskin that comes from a different manufacturer.
My Linus is
This
so good.
all started, by the way, this conversation with Linus from you talking about content you've been watching. You don't watch, by the way, content. Because when I think of content, I think of like YouTube, mainstream. This is what's
Linus
culturally
has
relevant.
so many more subs than you will ever have.
Let me finish.
Buddy.
It's okay.
It's true, though.
Sure, that's okay.
It's mainstream.
You are. Let me finish. Look, so you watch a lot of content, is what you've been saying, but content to me is what's really culturally relevant and popping these days. But you mostly watch what I've seen in the past week, videos on Fiverr, like 7 of them.
I know
a
so
video
much
on
about
the
Fiverr.
180 different types of discs and cassettes.
108 bizarre media formats.
Yeah, and these are the videos you are watching. You'll throw up like a documentary on the B-52's first construct before you boot up a video on content, which is like a Mr. Beast video.
I
or
don't
Dream.
understand. Okay, but that's a good point. Content for you just has a different dictionary definition in your head.
When you brought this up with the...
I thought content meant shit on YouTube.
I mean,
Maybe
yeah, I guess
content's the friends you met along the way.
everything could be content, but I think content, the way for like a content creator, like it's not the same. The guy,
You're
the
so
108
in your fucking bubble world.
The
where you
108
cut out Hassan and you play with Valkyrie and you're late for the podcast because you got your cool friends and you're playing a scary game. So the kiddos can fucking be like, oh, Ludwig. And they,
I want to go join Aiden
What's
over
the
there.
coolest media cassette?
Aiden looks
console?
comfy.
okay, the coolest one, it's like a suitcase.
What the fuck?
And you
guys
open it and it's like a giant cassette.
The coolest media
Dude,
console.
I was at an estate sale this weekend, and I'd never been to one before. They're really sad because you're just walking through like a fucking graveyard.
This is fucked up. He texted me. He's like, I got a gift for you. And I'm like, oh my God, that's sick. And I said, where are you? He's like, oh, I'm coming home right now. I'm like, dope. I'm sitting in the garage working out, garage door open, because I'm so excited for Nick to come home that I'm letting the sun
It's
beam
not true. He
in.
does it all the time.
I'm so
It was
excited
the
for
big
Nick to
garage
come
door.
home.
No,
yeah.
he does that still.
Just give
Every
me
single
something.
time.
Just give me
No.
something.
Because all content is on YouTube.
Bald.
Go on.
Yes! Shout out to Coinbase.
So do you think it's good?